Raphinha, Victor Orta, Archie Gray, and much more, everybody. We're going to be getting into the show today. Make sure you're slapping a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the One Leeds fan channel. The army is growing. Over 40,000 of you right now. Keep subscribing, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your discussion on the video yesterday. 200 plus comments on the video that I made yesterday about the three things. You guys were popping off in the chat. Shout out to all of you. Make sure you're liking these videos as well, people. I'm not seeing that ratio. You need to comment, but you also need to like. Do us a favor. And even if you're not commenting, make sure you slap a like on the video. But today, everybody, we're going to be speaking about today's Leeds United news. Also, we're sponsored by IPM Group UK. You know, keep the surveillance, CCTV security in the Leeds United fan base. Everybody, Rick and the gang do a fantastic job. Our sponsor below. Football prizes, also £3.95 to enter. We've only got 2 days left. You've got hospitality tickets. You've got football kits. All on the line, everybody. Make sure you get involved with the ballot. Keep it in the Leeds United community. All our sponsors are Leeds United fans. Okay, everybody. Start off with today, Raphinha, the Brazilian superstar, our absolute metronome when it came to the Premier League days. Oh, goodness me. Do you remember that? But yeah, listen, everybody. He had an unbelievable game at the weekend, 4-0 against Real Madrid, but he has been unbelievable under Hansi Flick, the former German manager, has come in and done a superb job with the Brazilian, who couldn't really find his feet after leaving Leeds United. He wasn't getting to those dizzy heights of which we said he would be. I said he was world class. He was going to be at the top of the tree at some stage. Well, right now, everybody, he really is. He's taken the captain responsibility as well, which is fantastic to see. It's a very, very young Barca side, you know, with Javi, with Pedri, with all the youngsters that they've got coming through in Martinez. And listen, Raphinha is taking it. The 26-year-old is taking it, you know, in his stride. Unbelievable performance at the weekend. Lovely goal. Him, Lewandowski, and Lamine are just flying through the season. It's great to see. But according to sources, Manchester United are looking for a blockbuster bid for Raphinha, and something tells me I just can't see it happening. But apparently they're about to blow many clubs out the water who are actually looking at Raphinha, even though he is at Barcelona. And apparently, yeah, this is going to be happening by Man United in the next couple of windows. And Ineos are going to be looking at him and making him a big signing. So we'll have to watch this space, everybody. But something tells me I just can't see the Brazilian superstar doing that. What do you think in the comment section below? Okay, everybody, next up is Archie Gray. You can see Victor Orta, can't you? Just hanging on that thumbnail, everybody. Well, why is he doing that? Victor Orta. Well, everyone, listen, apparently Sevilla are looking at signing Archie Gray in January. Obviously, we know the young Englishman is up for loan. There's been discussion and debate over whether or not Leeds United should go in for Archie, but apparently Victor Orta and Sevilla are leading the pack as Tottenham are willing to let him go out on loan. Now, why are they doing this? Well, he's not getting many minutes. There's a lot of focus on Mikey Moore off that left-hand side, the youngster who's only 17 years of age, and Archie isn't really getting that development right now, which is going to stand him in good stead. And you don't want another Jack Clark scenario now, do you, from Leeds to Tottenham? So, yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see Archie's development and where he gets to. But right now, he is not getting game time. He's not getting enough minutes to sort of give him that confidence in being part of that Spurs setup. So, for me, it's got to be a loan signing. Now, we've spoke about Josh Gilovodji many times on the channel and how this is a really esteemed signing for Leeds United. But with only 2 players fit, really, when you look at Tanaka and when you look at Rothwell, and the manager was talking about Gilovodji getting to a certain level and getting there, and it might take a little bit of time. Could Leeds make an option with 3 loan spots ready for Archie Gray? Genuinely, could we make a move for it? And would you guys like to see that? There's a lot of people in the comment section below saying, look, it's set sail, Connor. We've seen that. We don't want to see it again now. He's left. It's a new era, as we mentioned previously with Schmidt and Ramazani, yada, yada, yada. But would you go in for someone like him? Would it be worthwhile going in for Archie Gray and bringing him in as a loan signing? We know there's going to be an impact. We know he's versatile as like a Swiss Army knife. He can play right back, centre midfield, even in Aronson's position. If Aronson's not been great in terms of rotation, he could definitely play in a number 10, has done with England before, Archie Gray. So you wonder whether or not that could be an option for Leeds United. Now, I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below with regards to this. Do you think it's worth it? Would you go for Archie Gray as a frivolous loan signing? Or would you focus on some other positions of which we're going to focus on in a little bit? Now, the other focus on sort of loan signings is that striker position. Now, why are you mentioning this, Connor? Well, we've got Peru, we've got Matteo Joseph. Now, I still think Joseph is above Peru in that hierarchy. I guess the problem right now is everybody that there's not enough goals coming from that front line, and there needs to be goals from that front line, as we all know. So lots to discuss when it comes to that. What would you do? Would you be going out for another striker in the window? Now, a lot of the discourse was that we didn't do enough when it came to the transfer window. It was a 6.5. It was a 7 out of 10 from the One Leeds fan channel. Why? Because we didn't do a cam. We didn't do proper fullback depth. We also didn't do a centre forward. Now with Joseph, it is his first season. I think sometimes a lot of people forget that and they judge him as if he's been in this division for the last 3 or 4 years and he's just not getting enough goals. It is his first season in the Championship. I do think he offers a hell of a lot more than Peru, but are we getting enough from that front line? Are they clinical enough? And when you've taken Ramazani out of that front line, you've seen at the weekend how probably if one of the, or if not the best player in the side right now in Ramazani, the impact that has had taken him out, the ruthlessness of his finishing, Cardiff, Norwich, and obviously Watford. He doesn't need many chances to score that beautiful left-footed effort against Sheffield United, which forced Cooper into a brilliant save round the post. His shot accuracy is very good. His percentages are very, very good. So his level is high when it comes to, strikes on target and invariably getting Leeds a goal. But the rest of the team right now, it's very, very hit and miss. And when you're seeing Sunderland hit the target as many times as they're doing with sort of even just like low XG, and when you're seeing Burnley scored this many goals with low XG as well, it does make you think that they have got finishers in the team. And do Leeds need to go out and buy a finisher in January? Let me know in the comment section below. And we're going to move on, everybody, to Schmidt. Now, what would you do at the weekend when it comes to Plymouth? What would you do at the weekend when it comes to Plymouth? Because this conversation is really interesting right now. You've got Schmidt, who his last competitive game was for FC Gallen against Trabzonspor in the UEFA qualifying game in that league competition. Now, he scored as well, and that was the night before. So he's got to be match fit. I think he played the full 90 as well. He's got to be match fit and ready for Leeds United, but it feels like Daniel Farke just isn't willing to budge on putting Sam Byram there. So is that the rotation now? Is it just Byram, either left back or right back? And is that good enough when it comes to the options? Now, I think on that right-hand side, he'll be okay because he's right-footed and he can invert, but he can go on that flank as well. On that left-hand side, I'll be honest, I don't want to see it many more times, to be honest with you. And we've got to move into this new era, in my opinion, of not being conservative. I think the manager is conservative. I think we know that. He prefers control to risk, and you've seen that with constantly starting Gruev and Ampadu. I don't think there'd have been a mix-up in Gruev and Ampadu, by the way, everybody, in terms of replacements, rotation, if they hadn't got injured. So I genuinely believe we'd have seen those towards the back end to the end of the season. We might not have even seen Tanaka. And I think that's why he likes Byram as well. It's being conservative, it's being reserved, it's being a better defender overall than being an attacker. That is the primary objective when you're looking at someone like Byram. Does he want someone like Schmidt coming in, who's probably a weaker player overall than Firpo and Bogle, but he's a forward player nonetheless? I think that's more of the risk. We know Byram adds height, what Schmidt doesn't, maybe a little bit more athleticism, but Schmidt would surely give you a little bit more going forward. Guys, that's all we're going to be speaking about today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We're going to be back with the debrief later on. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.